Hello, I'm David Groninger in Seattle, Washington. Today is Friday, December 18th, 2015. It's a rainy, chilly night. I just came back from a bicycle ride, and after I give this short talk, I'm going to go out and take a nice long walk. You know, each day I ask myself the question, what could I say in a 5-minute message or maybe a 10-minute message that might help 5 or 10 million people? Today I decided, hopefully for a 5-minute message. So my question is simply this: what could I say in a 5-minute message that might help 5 million people? Well, the idea that I came up with today is based on a poem that I actually once saw part of. I think I wrote 2 of the lines, and the other 2 lines I saw in some type of a quote from some anonymous place somewhere. But here's the little quote. It goes like this: "Drop a pebble in a pond. The ripples reach the shore afar, reflected by the moon and passed on to a star." Again, drop a pebble in a pond. The ripples reach the shore afar, reflected by the moon and passed on to a star. And the whole idea of this little poem is that we can make a simple act like dropping a pebble in a pond. It's a simple thing. Anybody can do it. A 3-year-old little kid could drop a pebble in a pond. But once you set that in motion, the ripples actually can go a lot further than just the space of that pebble. And because the ripples go further, I guess it could be reflected by the moon in some way, and that reflection could actually be passed on to a star. The idea is that we can do some simple act, and if we do it in a certain way, then this act could be magnified in its effects, and particularly magnified in the goodness that it can bring about, magnified in the positive results in our lives and in the lives of other people. So my invitation to the listener today is to find the simple little small things that you can do, things that seem so maybe even insignificant that they don't even seem like they're even worth the effort of even doing, because they're not going to accomplish any great feat of world peace that you think they might do. But remember, dropping the pebble in the pond and the reflection gets passed on to a star. Think of the little things you can do, the small things you can do, saying hello to somebody you haven't met before, getting to know who they are. You never know where that connection might lead. Making yourself more available for people to communicate to by being more patient, being helpful for people when they come up to you to ask for directions or ask for help in some way. Be available for people to come up and ask you things. And make a special point to seek out people, particularly people that are who have the interest levels that you have, so that there might be some positive synergy there, that they might inspire you to do more great things with your ideas or hobbies, and you might also give them some ideas that they could use in order to forward or enhance a hobby, a business, or some project that they're working on. So ask yourself, what is your pebble in the pond? What is my pebble in the pond? How could I throw a pebble in a pond? How could I do something so simple, so small, that it will set in motion what could be a lot of very, very positive, healthy, compassionate, insightful, awakening kind of results for other people? It might just be writing a short little letter and posting it on Facebook. It might be writing a letter to somebody that you know, just a simple letter expressing some gratitude regarding something that you like or admire about them. I think one of the greatest little pebbles you can throw in a pond is to always thank people for the kindness that they have offered you. No matter what they've done for you, write a thank you note. Anyone who's done something good for you during the course of a day, if you have a way to contact them where you can say, hey, thank you for doing this. When you do this, it makes you more aware of asking for more help, and to realize how easy it is to recruit people to help you on anything that you want, and how other people enjoy the opportunity to be of help. We on planet Earth are 7 billion people. The majority of us want to work as a team. The majority of us have fun in a social setting rather than being all by ourselves. Even though we need our personal time, the majority of us like the human contact. We are social creatures. Most of us like to work together and like to help each other. So think about, what is your pebble in the pond? How could you do a very, very small act, perform a very, very small, thing, and maybe that thing get magnified a lot more? Again, the idea of writing letters, contacting people you haven't been in touch with for a while just to say that you're thinking about them. Maybe going to a different place once in a while. Maybe every week you pick one of your days to spend a few hours to explore some part of the city you've never been in before. Well, that's my 6 or 7 minutes. I'm training myself to keep my talks kind of short so that I might have the discipline to just try to direct my mind toward just the simple and most powerful, focused kinds of ideas. So I'll wrap up pretty quickly. And again, the message I'm giving today, and I have no idea if a short message is actually going to help 5 or 10 million people. However, I'm going to give 1,000 of these messages over the course of the next 3 years. I've been doing it now for a month and I haven't missed a day yet. And out of 1,000 messages, it's my guess that at least one of these messages somebody is going to like well enough to maybe write about it, or maybe send it to somebody, and then they'll send it to somebody, and then they'll send it to 3 people, and the next thing you know, a whole bunch of people will have it. Well, so each day I ask myself the question, what could I say in a 5-minute message that might help 5 million people? Sometimes I do it for 10 minutes. Well, the idea I came up with today is this simple little poem or quote that goes like this. Drop a pebble in a pond, the ripples reach the shore afar, reflected by the moon and passed on to a star. That's my message today, an invitation to take a small act of kindness or of progress or of service to somebody, and to see in that small act, to see in this act how it connects with something much greater. To feel the greatness of a star in the simple act of shaking somebody's hand and introducing yourself. Drop a pebble in a pond, the ripples reach the shore afar, reflected by the moon and passed on to a star. That's my message. Find the simple acts and live like a star. This is David Groninger in Seattle, Washington, saying thank you.